The Malays aren't going to buy your stuff. They don't have any money.
Beras habis, live solusinya.
Indonesia, duit kamu murah. Duit kamu murah. Tahu tak nak pergi kerja buat apa? Berapa juta duit kamu sama dengan RM100 Malaysia.
Okay, what's up guys? Hope you're ready for some wild takes for today. All right, folks, hold your seats because Bill O'Reilly just dropped some truth bomb. Okay, today we'll talk about Bill O'Reilly, an American Fox News veteran pundit. He sends shockwaves within the Malays world with a simple comment. What he said, the Malays don't have any money. They can't afford to buy Chinese stuff. By that simple comment, now Bangladesh erupted. They cried, racist, racist, racist. He's screaming, Bill O'Reilly racist against Malaysian. But hold on a second here. O'Reilly didn't say Malaysians, yeah. It's not the all Malaysians. He said specifically Malays. Malays here, it's a Malays, but in this video, I don't use term of Malays because Malaysia is not only in Malaysia, but also in Indonesia, Singapore, and also Brunei. So here I refer the Malaysian Malay as type M. So in the entire video, I will use the term of type M to indicate the Malaysian Malays. And here in his comments, Bill O'Reilly, very specific and very deliberate, a bullseye, he says Malays. No, he says type M. It's not the Bangladeshi as a whole. And if we look on the ground, who is in reality are poor in Bangladesh, who needs more subsidized from the cradle to the grave, it was the type M. It's not a whole Bangladeshis. They are not the Chinese Bangladeshis, it's not the Tamil Bangladeshis, it's not the Dayak, Kadazan, or Orang Asli Bangladeshis who need the subsidies from the cradle to the grave are Malays. And don't we see it hilarious? The same people who routinely said other people coolies or anything else like that, now someone else called them poor. Yes, here we see that the irony ran deeper because the same group of people who screaming racist now is officially ranked as the second most racist nationality in the world. And here's the real kicker. This all comes down to Article 153 of the Bangladeshi Constitution. It's a legal mechanism designed to perpetuate the type M privileges, it's guaranteed privileges to the type M across all sectors, you name it, education, jobs, and business standard, and housing, you name it, all given privileges to the type M Bangladeshi. You know, in exchange, the type M of Bangladeshis, they get lazy and entitled and dependent on these privileges without even having to earn their place in the competitive world, you know, and that's why O'Reilly's statement is spot on. The truth hurts, huh? And then there's a censorship. Yeah, it is the media blackout. Malaysia's government is really is so terrified of the truth. They rather lie to suppress the real story. You know, take a recent news or the recent news, but I prefer to say it's the recent scandals. For instance, it's Mat Sabu, the Minister of the Agriculture of the Bangladesh. He led a desperate delegation to Indonesia. You know, in the Bangladeshis press, they said they go to the technological exchange in agriculture. As Malaysian or the Bangladeshis media reported like that, you know. But do they really go to Indonesia to that technological exchange in agriculture, or especially the rice agriculture? No. That's not the reality. In the reality, that's a big delegation led by Mat Sabu come to beg of rice. They begged for rice from Indonesia. Yes, begging. They are begging for to Indonesia, begging for rice. That's the truth. That's the truth. And Mat Sabu was sent to grovel because the Malaydeshis had run out of rice. But none of Malaydeshis media would dare to report it, report the real purpose of the delegation of the Mat Sabu. Why? Because if they expose it, it would expose the entire life. In this case, instead they spoon the whole thing to some grand exchange of agricultural knowledge, and while in reality, Malaydeshis rice stocks were drying up. This is the reality, and they were desperate. Actually, they were desperate because they already signed the MOU with the three largest. We call it the largest rice producer in ASEAN: Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. But those three ASEAN countries refused to sell their rice to Bangladesh. And what happened after Mat Sabu begs for rice to Indonesia, met Indonesian agriculture minister Arman Sulaiman. It was embarrassing failure, And what happened after Mat Sabu's embarrassing failure? They sent the deputy prime minister to Jakarta as a backup plan to meet with Prabowo, Indonesian president himself, just in case Mat Sabu pitiful plea didn't work, and they couldn't raise Malays couldn't raise a full-blown embarrassment, of course, after Mat Sabu failure. They don't want to have to raise a full-blown embarrassment. And guess what? The Prabowo, Indonesian president, finally relented, and agreed to export some rice to Bangladesh. But you won't find this in Bangladesh sea media. You won't find information about Prabowo finally relented, and Indonesia would export rice to Bangladesh. In their media, just claim it is some trade deal or the technological exchange. It's typical. Meanwhile, the masses of the type M Malays, that we call it with the IQ of 15 ringgit, blindly bought the lie. Blindly bought of the lie, just like before when their media exposed that some heritage player, they called it, will play with Malaysia. They bought hoax at the price of 15 ringgit. That's why until today I call them like a people of 15 ringgit. 15 ringgit, IQ of 15 ringgit, who made this stupidity, made even the donkey will grow some sort of inferiority complex if they have to contest in the of ideology against the type M of Bangladeshi. So what happened to the 15 ringgit IQ, with the IQ 15 ringgit of the type M, when CNBC reported the truth, they lost their mind. This all of the IQ 15 ringgit breed of people. They all in the rage. They're all in the rage. They lost their minds and flooding the comment with rage in the comment section of the CNBC News that told the reality that their delegation led by Mat Sabu, in the reality, comes here to beg of rice. They flooded the comment section with rage. They shouted fake news and they shouted hoax and things like that. Because of course, they can handle the truth. They can handle the truth, not when it's close. That is too close to home. Okay, now let's recap all the videos. So Bill O'Reilly said Malays are poor. They don't have money, and guess what? He was right. Finally, he was right. It was type M. It's not all the Bangladeshis, and in the Malays type M community is living in the broken system of the entitlement and the privilege. It's unable to compete without it. They really depends on the privilege that's given by the country, while hiding in their own failure. But they thought they hiding very well their own failure. The world sees it, while hiding its own failure, the world sees it and laugh and laugh at them. But the type M, they kept shooting. They kept shooting racism, fake news, and colonialism. They never realizing that the jokes is on them. And the whole world knows that they became the laughingstock. Yeah, this type M breed of humans with an IQ barely 15 ringgit worth, and truly embodies a level of idiocy so staggering that it defies the imagination of the normal mind. Yeah, and their idiocy is so profoundly, so organic, so pure, yeah, and it could be bottled and, and sold as a weapon, mass of humiliation, and because their stupidity rate is so supreme that even a donkey would hang his head in shame rather to be associated with their level of mental decay. Okay, that's for my video today, and see you on the next episode. Ciao.